In my mind, it came across Betsy, my Betsy, and that I needed to call her. And that took over. That gave me a purpose, that connection with her, that relationship with her was going to save me.
And then I immediately thought, I've got to call Jane. Jane is one of my closest friends. Second I got into her office, which was probably 5 minutes later, she saw the look on my face. She was on a conference call and was taking notes. She was sitting at her desk. She literally dropped the phone on the desk and the pen and stood up and said, "Let's go."
I was so fortunate that this stranger that I didn't know, an angel in a way, came and grabbed underneath my armpits to pull in and wedge me from that garage, underneath that garage door. I didn't catch his name. I didn't get his name. But he was working on the site, but his face I'll never forget. He was Hispanic, and as I say, about half my height, but he had such caring eyes. I remember looking deeply into me with such a shocked look. And I also felt that he was trying to give me confidence.
As they're wheeling out Don, I noticed that our next door neighbors, the husband and his son-in-law, were in the parking lot waving to Don, saying, "Don, we love you. Everything will be okay."
I could hear that above the rotors.
And these are, their house was burned too, and they got to the parking lot within minutes of the fire from wherever they had been. They weren't at home, and to make sure Don was okay and to see him off into in the helicopter. The burn tech, I'll never forget him. His name is Rance, and he is bald, black man, about 5'10", and kind eyes. He'd been doing this for 17 years, and I thought, wow, imagine what he has seen. Imagine what he has worked with. It just astounded me.
And it began to dawn on me that what I needed to do was to look at her with confidence. And I think about that a lot. That relationship with her, that I needed to let her know that I was going to be okay with the stuff that she had to do with me, stuff that was new to her, foreign to her, things that she saw in me that I couldn't look at myself. That's the interesting thing about this. I know now that looking back, the doctors have said that my recovery was remarkable in its speed. We were out in less than half the time that they expected. And I thought a lot about that. There was a site that Betsy would go to called CaringBridge, and she would write and journal each night. And I would watch her as I lay in bed. I'd watch her each night at the computer when it was quiet as it could be. She'd enter in the thoughts for the day. And I'd look so forward to what the reactions were to that. She would read that to me. And these people that I knew but didn't really know, their caring and their response to Betsy, I think, influenced my healing when I would hear what they were doing to support her specifically in her caretaking of me. And when I watched and I listened to her read these comments to me, I could feel my body heal. That was the power of the relationships around her that were feeding to me. That's our default mode, to help people. And that's the relationship of people.